X-Men 97 has already been surrounded in controversy because of the female character redesigns and also the showrunner, Bo DiMaio, boasting about all of the changes that they made going into it. But now he's actually gotten the boot from Marvel Studios just days before the series premiere. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or through YouTube memberships. Now, this is actually quite a shocking thing to happen because just days before the series premiere, we are hearing that he has been fired, which usually doesn't happen. It's typically a very quiet process from the development of a project to the finished stages to its release, and he's not going to be doing any interviews, any PR marketing. It seems like they had a very big falling out. It says in suffering their latest in a long line of black eyes, just days before the animated series revival was set to debut, Marvel Studios has reportedly fired X-Men 97 showrunner Bo DiMaio. It says the staffing shakeup was first revealed to the public courtesy of The Hollywood Reporter, and according to the pair of noted Marvel Studios reporters, he was suddenly let go by the House of Mouse sometime early last week, at which time his company email was deactivated, and the rest of the 97 production team was made aware that he would no longer be attached to the project, and since then he has actually gotten rid of all of his social media. They're all deactivated. His company email is deactivated. He has basically gone MIA, which also doesn't really bode very well for him. Now, of course, they hired him initially for this project because they thought that he was going to be different. They thought that he might actually be able to make this project a success. Don't forget this. He had recalled some writers on the Netflix's The Witcher actively mocked the source material and said the mindset is a recipe for disaster and bad morale. So they hired him thinking that he was actually going to be someone to respect the source material, understand the fan base, and try to make this a show that people were going to love, which over the past couple of months, as we've gotten more information, definitely has not been the case, because we've heard of all of the changes they've made, like to the female character designs, which have definitely disappointed people, seeing Rogue and seeing Storm looking a bit flattened, their assets not being as prevalent. We, of course, had Bo himself confirm that the series would portray Morph as non-binary, all of these different things that people have been very upset by, and now we're hearing that, well, he has been fired just, again, days before the series premiere. It says following his pink slip, the Moon Knight writer scrubbed the internet of his social media accounts, in particular his Instagram account, which he had been using to provide production updates of X-Men 97. So it, to me, does definitely seem like they are cleaning house because they are expecting a giant failure. They have seen the social media backlash. They've heard how upset fans are for this, people who were initially excited, and they wanted to preemptively get rid of him almost in hopes that that would satiate people from giving this series absolutely terrible reviews. Now, this could still come out and it could still be good. I have not seen it. I am just saying what I have seen through the teasers and trailers and all of the interviews does not sound very positive, and I believe that they are definitely clearing house. Upper management saw the product and they were like, well, we still have to release it because it's already completed, but screw it, let's just get rid of him now, and maybe people will give us a little bit of a break, which I don't think is going to happen. And another piece of the puzzle here that a lot of people do believe is that he actually got fired because of OnlyFans. If you do not know, for the past 2 years, he has actually had a very active OnlyFans, but he had that OnlyFans before they signed him, so they had that knowledge, or at least they should have, so they could have accidentally overlooked it, or it could have been a we don't care until we do situation where they didn't really care, but because people were making fun of him, combined with the fact that the show could be a dumpster fire, they decided, we're just going to use this as the excuse to get rid of him, and that's that. Now, what doesn't really make sense is why he deactivated his personal social media, because while yes, he was using it currently to promote X-Men 97, he still had it before they hired him for this project, and he had used it to promote his other projects. Now, I personally don't feel bad, okay? I personally have no sympathy for this individual because he is someone who has come out and attacked fans of, X-Men of the past. Specifically, of course, X-Men, the animated series that ran from 1992 to 1997, but there have also been more people that are on this project that have attacked, fans of the animated series, and they just haven't really cared, and Marvel in the past hasn't really cared about their employees attacking fans of the previous products. They basically have allowed those individuals to double, triple, and quadruple down. So, while it remains unclear the exact reason why the showrunner was let go, it definitely does not bode well for this series that is going to be releasing. And we know that he has made a lot of questionable statements in the past, and he is one of the people who made bad decisions when it came to this series. X-Men 97 showrunner confirms Disney Plus series will portray Morph as non-binary. The executive producer, Beau DeMaio, reveals the series story is informed by his experience as a black and gay man, so he constantly uses his identity when it comes to interviews and the products that he is creating. And obviously, I think that you can still be a black gay man and create absolutely amazing products, but you still need to, at the end of the day, understand your target audience, and we don't know in what way that will come into play, what kind of messaging will be in this, but he has said in the past that he is putting certain narratives into this, like things like climate change, certain themes that he and the team felt strongly about. So I think this is going to be an absolute dumpster fire, and at this point in time, we don't know exactly why he got fired from Marvel Studios just days before the X-Men 97 premiere, but it is not looking good for this series. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel, and if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.